Hey everybody, I'm DeoGenZ, and welcome to my Pokemon+Nobunaga's Ambition Let's Play. Who is this guy? My goodness. He's got hair like the mane of a lion. Ah! Does he challenge us? What nation does he come from? Oichi is just as surprised as I. How does he style his hair like that, she says. How much gel could it take? I don't know, Oichi. All I know is we need to go back to some of our already claimed nations before we head on to conquer some more. So that's just exactly what we're going to do in this episode. Maybe a bit more. Who knows? All I know is I've got an unlimited time limit and a love for this game. So let us continue. We want some water allies on our side. I said once we got the opportunity to, we would. And now is the time. So, if you ever get this game, a recommended soundtrack just in case the one that comes with the game bores you, and trust me, it doesn't for me, but the way that I play it, I normally don't hear the sound until this Let's Play is all done and produced, just the way that recording goes and the speed of my system. But if you need a soundtrack to listen to while conquering nations, dubstep is the way to go. Oh, there you go. It tells you about the metal icons I was talking about earlier. I wonder if we weren't able to befriend Pokemon until a certain point. That's entirely possible. Ooh, here's a Piplup. It doesn't look wild, but maybe the warrior that owns it will find us honorable enough to join our party. But yes, having a steady beat of woofs is very satisfying to take out Bushao leaders to. Oh, defeated. He was far too weak to be on this team. Ha! Your bubbles don't even affect me. Oh, that Magikarp better not go... Oh, well, you know what? He can for all I care. Last time we faced a Magikarp, we didn't have a way of pursuing it over the water. Now, Carnivine, with its evil floating doom vine whip, it can just get it over any type of body of water. Ocean, lake, waterfall, you name it, Carnivine can float over it. I think Carnivine can even float over lava, for Pete's sakes. It doesn't even burn up, despite the fact that it's a plant. I'm very glad that this Pokemon was introduced, Carnivine. I don't think there was a piranha plant-type Pokemon. And those in nature are very cool, the flycatchers. I don't know what Katoni is based off of, I guess just a cotton ball. But it's pretty useful. The fact that it can... it's running away. The fact that you can gain hit points from launching an attack... Oh, it's just not very effective, not that it missed. I'm figuring out all the expressions as they pop up when they do. You cannot escape my whips of fury! Yes, that's right, you were beat. Now join our team. Join us or continually be annihilated by Vine Whip. It's up to you! You know, I'm reading, or I have been reading, this book by, actually a Japanese author, Miyamoto Musashi. And he was a Ronin, and that's someone who traveled around Japan, not relying on anyone, basically a self-sustainable man. He went around Japan killing about 60 opponents, over 60 opponents, and then he sat down to write a book about it, and write a book basically about life and balance overall. And it's a very interesting book, the Book of Five Rings, kind of like 5 different chapters. There's the Fire Book, Water, Earth, Wind, and Void. I've gotten through the Fire Book, read some of the Water Book, but Basically, it's about finding the way in what you're doing the most absolute. So if you're going to be a trainer, if you're going to be a gamer, be the most epically poning that you can be, and apply your knowledge in games to everything that extrapolates out of your life. So when you do that, you can be a master Bushao leader, and you can be a master leader of your life. It's kind of like mastering the art of a sword, mastering the art of a blade or a bow or any sort of weapon or any sort of exercise. When you find that kind of discipline in any sort of training, you can apply that to the rest of your life and make it more advantageous for your work cycles and your regular day living, because you've already experienced what it's like to be a trainer in absolute succession. So taking the knowledge from Pokemon, you could use it in daily life. I mean, I just finished writing a research paper for college. It was 10 pages, and it was all about Pokemon. You just have to know the proper application form. But with that said, I still would like to learn how to wield a bow. I learned that you don't need a permit for that. You need a permit for a gun. And if you think about if there was an apocalyptic scenario, which would be better to have, bullets or bows and arrows? Well, you could take out zombies with bows and arrows, and then go back to the zombie corpse, take your arrows back, and continue on your way. Good luck getting those exploded bullet shells back from your shotgun that you unloaded into zombies. Anyway, I diverge. Basically, reading the Book of Five Rings, it's interesting. I've had more Japanese influence in my life than I have had American superheroes. I've read manga since I was young, and of course played Pokemon since I was in kindergarten. So Japan influenced me to be an otaku early. But in all honesty, who better to play a Japanese game with no translations available at the time than an otaku, someone who's going to be exuberant about it despite the language barrier. I appreciate the art style, I love the mechanics of this game, and if the language barrier is ever broken, which I anticipate it will because this is a great title, then I'll be all the more happy to read what it's about. This person seems to be like the roving bank system for all your players. And you'll notice that you can send one player in at a time, it seems, one warrior in at a time. And I recommend doing this because some of the warriors that you recruit, they will end up having some items that could help you on your journey. Of course, it's really hard for me to decipher which items are which and what I'm doing there, so I know that the arrow pointing out of the boxes takes something out of their inventory, in is depositing something, storing them, an item in that nation. So it's a good way to store prizes that maybe are just cumbersome, and then add on bonuses from players that could actually help you in battle. That damn Shocker Nation, the Electric Storm Nation, they tried to take over my territory that we've already ruled. If you saw that, there was a red flag planted in the already captured grass region. That's right. Not only do we have to worry about kicking out already existing Bushao leaders, but if we don't get hurrying on attacking the rest of the territories, they might move in on us. It's a bit of an unfortunate thing, but no matter what, we need more training. I'd like it to be a good even fight when we get there. I don't have any ground types to go off of. The best thing I could expect is for Darumaka to be super powered in the Electric Nation. But the fact that they're so brutal to already take over an existing nation that I conquered, yeah, it indicates to me that they are a threat, so we need to be handling them so. Use your bubbles! Or water gun, okay. I don't know why I thought Panpour, or is that? Yes, it's Panpour. Evolution is Simipour. I was thinking that it would do a bubble, but I got it backwards. It's Piplup that launches bubbles to bash out the rest of that Tepig. Tepig is no temor. You're done. It's fire versus fire. And that's an important thing also about claiming new territories. You'll have new places to test out your members. So we could be going to train where we just dominated in Yoshihiro's zone, which is no longer his. It's claimed in the name of DeoGenZ, unless that Electric Nation tries to conquer that too. But it gives a chance for Pokemon to be trained in their most optimal zones, like water types going to the fire zone here, the Fire Nation. And Darumaka, it's good for him to get extra experience. I'm not sure if there's a level that you can max out at, but I know it's certainly not 100. That level 100 stuff is gone. Pokemon have some kind of different power value now that is undecipherable to me at the time. But we'll figure it out as we play along. The point is, you want your numbers, as always, to be higher than your opponents. And the only way to do that is by getting some experience. At least the battles are never the same. There's always different Pokemon appearing, different warriors sometimes crossing your paths. So every time you go for experience gaining, it could be a different type altogether. That Charmander holds on. It's too bad that we can't say to our Panpour, shoot your water gun at the lava space. This way it will turn into rock. Come on! This is how Hawaii was formed, and continues to be formed, by volcanic reactions with seawater. And even though we shot Darumaka in the back, he braced himself, stood strong, and we were able to take out the Charmander with one final water gun. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. The strategy may be to damage your Pokemon slightly, but look, we got a Charmander out of the deal. And that will be a very powerful ally if we continue to hold him on our team and train him up into inevitably a Charizard, because that only takes leveling up, not a matter of any sort of evolutionary stones. Okay, so we got a couple of warriors now to rearrange. Of course, we have to skip ahead a day in order for them to all move around, because they're tired after battle. And instead of Pokemon centers, they just sleep for a day, and then everything is okay. How do we select? Alright, we're switching around all our players. I'm trying to prepare to go attack the Grass Nation, get it back. Let's see if we can get food first. I don't even know what this does, but I think maybe it'll help. I don't know. I think I just opted out of that by pressing that other option, so yes, we want food. Okay. Rice balls of power. I don't know why it tires everyone out, but that's fine. Let's see if there's any Pokemon for us to befriend, capture, or defeat here. Won't be too hard with Carnivine. This map is now very easy to explore, so much so, I'll go for the present first. Oh, we actually have an option of something to take. I'll go for the HP. Because hit points in battle, especially the tougher ones, very vital. Is that all you got? Your Fury Swipes will be no match for my Vine Whip! This is probably going to be a rather long episode because I am including the training that I'm doing for this. If it gets on your nerves, leave something in the comment section so I know. I figure the more that you see of this game, the way that I train, and the way that I get to fight all the Wuxiao leaders, the better off you'll be in your own game, and just in being delighted to see this Japanese game. Something that has not come out anywhere else. So we have a Pichu and a Mareep to face. Okay. That should not be all that difficult. We slept up for the night, for the day, because of those exhausting rice balls. And now we'll take you on. Alright, so 2 against 6, that sounds fair, right? That's what happens when you mess with DeoGenZ, trying to conquer the nations that have already been taken. Oh, pfft, wow. Yeah, 1044 verse 200. Good luck with that. I think we're going to dominate the flags before they even get close. We won't even have to worry. We do have 2 water Pokemon, so it's something to be aware of. But it's kind of fun to come back to this map. I don't know any other way to get back to this area, and I liked capturing the flags originally here. This was a cool zone. But they will be in terror after dealing with us, because they've never dealt with a map like this. Now we have members that can float over objects. I know how to take advantage of these teleportation plants. And we're just sheerly outnumbering him. It does not look good for him. Make your move, you nation thieves. Yeah, tad hypocritical, right? What are we doing? About the same thing. But that's how feudal Japan could be. It was a fight every day of your life. That's why characters like Miyamoto Musashi even existed, because it was an intense time of warriors, where people had to find who they were through battle. And you just take that notion of battle, whether it's Pokemon, physical fights, or samurai sword battles. Take that notion of it and apply that kind of discipline to your life, and you can do amazing things. But maybe you don't know, maybe you don't understand how Pokemon could help you on your daily life. Well, being able to memorize, for example, all these creatures and what they do, using that calculation power enhances the mind. So use that mind strength to your advantage and apply that discipline you have for memorizing the names of Pokemon to something practical like biology if necessary. Yeah, that Vine Bridge really doesn't play much of a role, especially since we don't start at that point. Is there multiplayer for this game? That's something I'm not even sure of. Haven't read everything there is to read. Oh, and Jigglypuff fell in the trap. I was going to intercept, but I guess not. We need backup from Darumaka. And Panpour. We'll have to sheerly hydropower his team. Whoosh. You don't scare me. Water may be conducting electricity, but my plant will get over to the flag in no time. Let's see if he makes the move or tries to attack my water types again. Ah, the fool. This is wonderful because now at a corner, remember I was warning you about that a couple episodes ago. At a corner, you can attack Pokemon with Vine Whip. And if they're not moving because the AI says stay on the flag, they're not going to be able to turn and go in front of you to attack or evade. They'll simply sit while you on the corner lash them out with Vine Whip. It's a wonderful strategy. We're going to send this Pichu right back to where he came from! Ha 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 ha. Take that, Electric Man. Your nation is weak. I don't know how you thought you could take over my entire grass nation with 2 minor electric types alone. I'm not even going to waste my energy on your Mareep. Because look, it's a done deal. It couldn't even sustain 1 Vine Whip blow. That's how you recapture your nation, guys. Something to be aware of, but it's a fun reversing in an old favorite area. If you hesitate on taking other nations, they will end up trying to capture yours. So, don't make that mistake. Try to train swiftly. Okay, yeah, that's good. I thought I was 1 block away from the present. But the point of experience training is so you don't even have to worry about them capturing your nation. You saw how quick we mopped these fools up. In the next episode, I think we'll take vengeance and try to claim their electric nation and show them how it's really done. Right, Sailor Dude? I call him Sailor Dude because he's got an anchor pendant around his neck. And he means business. That's why he's got a fist palm. He says, let's take it to these electric bitches. So an electric Pikachu Boogaloo is going to happen next episode on my Pokemon+Nobunaga's Ambition Let's Play. Get ready, Electric Nation. What's this? I guess yes. Evolution!